Hello and welcome to another Star Citizen podcast. It's the 22nd of May. We're in the midst of Fleet Week, and we've got the lovely Zinnia with us. Say hello, Zin.
Hello, Zin.
So, yeah, I want to talk a bit about Fleet Week and what we've seen so far, the stability of Alpha 3.19, because some people are having trouble with it. I do think that is most people are having a good time with it, but we'll talk about that. Let's talk a bit about the Fury and how many you can pack into a ship. The Idris and Javelins being sold and then selling out almost immediately. Well, not entirely, because there are still some available on the Warbond variants, and lots of Star Citizen funding stuff, and then what we've got to look forward to ship-wise for the rest of Fleet Week. So Zin.
Yes.
Fleet Week.
Yes.
Now, people have been complaining a bit about the stability of 3.19 during Fleet Week. We had talked about this before, where basically I server hop. So what happens, you come onto Star Citizen, you come into 3.19, sometimes some servers are balked, they're degraded too much or something. So basically, they're disconnected from the databases somehow. And I haven't been in a position where a server suddenly started doing that. I've only been in a position where I log into a server and it's already doing that. The test for can I spawn ships, can I do stuff in the verse is try and open your inventory. If your inventory doesn't load, then I just hop to a different server. And it's as simple as that. And with that method, I haven't had any problems with 3.19 really beyond that. I say beyond that, beyond standard Star Citizen weird bugs. Zin and I have been doing some salvage missions. I've been running around the expo hall, renting ships, and just generally playing 3.19. I haven't got hundreds of hours of gameplay in 3.19 in a Fleet Week, but I do have a good amount of time there. From reading all the threads and stuff about that, Zin, do you think it's more widespread a problem than I think? Do you think it's just only a few people having problems?
I think it's just people complaining because they have a problem.
Yeah, which is
fair.
I
don't think it's any more widespread than it was before. In fact, I think it was probably worse in 3.18. I mean, I couldn't even log in 3.18.
I mean, it's genuinely night and day. Like 3.19 is so much better, more stable, more playable than 3.18 was. But that's not to say that there aren't problems still, and they do appear to have had some login issues over the weekend. But not a huge amount. I mean, I was still able to play. I didn't notice anything. But as I said, I do can I open my inventory test? I know that might be anecdotal for some people. That might be like, well, that doesn't solve anything. But it allows me to play typically. And even if it's magic thinking, well, it is magical. Have you had many problems with 3.19 when you've been filming or anything, Zin?
No.
Yeah, I genuinely think it's pretty good, 3.19. What I would say is that I'm a bit annoyed that there isn't a solid form of character reset or repair. Mm-hmm. You have to contact Cloud Imperium now, basically, if you want to reset your character for some reason. There is going to be a character repair tool, but it's not currently activated, so it's a little annoying. But I'm interested to know what other people's experiences of 3.19 and Fleet Week have been so far, because I'm having a great time, very minor problems. Something else that's been happening during Fleet Week, big intake of new players, which is good for Star Citizen in the game. I don't think there's much noob hunting with the new player experience, because there was a concern with the new player experience that effectively you've got this convoy of new players, or noobs, as we call them in the hood, coming out of Area 18. Yeah? So literally, you know exactly where they're coming from, exactly where they're going, because they are following a set course to go up to Bajani Point, I think. And you could just have people that are trolling just sitting outside there, blowing them up as they're coming around and coming out, unable to defend themselves properly. But that doesn't seem to be really happening, which is great. But Cloud Imperium are going to obviously work towards making stuff like that harder to do, or very, very bad for the people that do go, I'm just going to go hunt some noobs down the tutorial course. Zin, what do you think of the Fury?
I think it's amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard you say that about a ship.
I think it's so, it's funny, but it's also really cool. I think they've really hit the nail on the head with this one. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's small, but it's powerful, but it is...
Like you, Zin.
But it is, I said, it's a glass cannon. Like, it'll be easily shot down.
If it gets hit.
Yeah.
you say a glass cannon, but that doesn't really state how maneuverable and agile it is. It's like a glass cannon on ice skates. Yeah, I also love it. And glass cannon is actually probably relatively good as a descriptor for some of it, because that glass cockpit at the front, which gives you a load of view. Yeah, unrestricted view, really fast, agile ship. Agility being the main thing there. Its thrusters, like, literally you can fly very weird angles and about to hit something and then sort of almost stop on a dime. It's pretty cool. Loads of firepower. I'm not a fan of the MX version.
Yeah.
But then I'm not really a fan of missile boats, for me personally.
Fair enough.
And I just think that you've got the standard Fury. That's got 4 size 2 missiles anyway. So you've got pew-pews and some missiles, and then you can go restock. I think a lot of people will enjoy the MX probably still in 3.19 because you can just go, well, I'm going to use the tractor beam tool to put some more missiles on it. Assume you've got a pile of missiles in your ship, or you can take them off another ship. I suppose you can keep on attacking Freelancer misses and then take all the missiles off them. Yeah, but it's just silly, but fun. And I think you're right. They've hit the nail on the head with, let's make a combat snub, and they've done that, and they've done that really well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people are trying to get as many of these as they can in ships. Yeah?
Yeah.
So there's like, I think someone's got like 15 in like a Caterpillar before and things like that. And you can make a lot of ships into pocket carriers. Someone sent me a picture of 19 of them in a Hercules C2. So one of the other things is that you can buy 16 of these as a single purchase on the RSI website, which is a bit silly having 16 of the same ship because there's only one of you. Unfortunately, the 3 ship limit's gone, so you can spawn, since 3.18 I think, you can spawn more than 3 ships before the other ones get despawned. Do you think we're going to see a pocket carrier, like a true one, that's more specifically for snubs and the Fury?
Maybe.
Would you like to see that?
Yeah, why not?
I want them to be able to be deployed from cargo pods. Then you'd be able to literally get like a Hull C when they come out and just strap a load of cargo pods to them, which are actually Furies. I honestly think that's a great idea. The other thing is, how are ships going to be moved around in the verse? Do you actually have to individually pilot them, or do you have to land them on carriers, or both, depending on their sizes? Or can you have them, like in EVE, where you have them dismantled in boxes and sort of travel them around like that? Just a shower thought for you, not while I'm showering. But yes, Furies. I think they're from $50 as well, which is a good price point. They've genuinely made a great ship there. I think a lot of people were worried they're going to get nerfed or something, but I mean, what can they do to nerf them? Because they are paper. They are made of paper at best. If they get hit more than a couple of times, they just explode, or bits just fall off them almost immediately. But yeah, cool ship. Zin, Idris, and Javelins, they were sold. Started getting sold yesterday.
Yeah. And
I think over so far, the Fleet Week, they've made, and it's only been like 3 or 4 days, 3 days. They've made 5 million so far, CIG. So that's pretty good going for them, funding-wise. Those Idris and Javelins, not all of them are sold out. The store credit ones, they sold out almost instantly. Mm-hmm. As you would assume, because people will melt ships to get these cool capital ships. Some of the store credit ones sold out in some of the waves, but there are still some Idris and Javelin left available for War Bond, which is fresh, real money. They're still available now. But you are going to have to be spending $1,500, $3,000 to get them respectively. So ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
And it's something that I would get in-game. They're not available in-game yet. They do appear in-game. You can fight against them in-game because NPCs have them and they appear at events and stuff. But players do not have access to them. So do you think they should wait until they've fully fleshed out these big military capital ships and they've got more features before releasing them to players' hands? Or do you think they should just go, well, they're sort of ready, even if it's just a cockpit, players should be able to control them, because obviously players have been able to steal them before. Yeah,
no, they need to finish the ship before they release it.
So do you think they should also, and they're almost certainly going to have to, but do you think they should also finish things like the resource management system and physicalized components so that they have a big chunk of the gameplay that's essential for them there?
Yeah, I think that's what they'll be aiming for anyway. Almost every new ship now that's released has components.
That is true, and they are sort of ready for the resource management system. I think there is a worry with a lot of not a worry, but they are going to have to go back with a lot of the ships, and they're doing that at the moment, and get them up to gold standard or ready for resource management, and have the component bays, all of the correct metrics and size and the components in there, which is going to take a good amount of time. Okay, I'm glad you sort of said that, because yes, I do want these capital ships in game and in players' hands as soon as possible, but we don't want any more placeholders. We do, well, at least I don't. I do want them to be pushing towards a final complete product as much as possible now, and having multi-crew and the resource management system and all that sort of stuff in properly, and repair and damage control and sort of mission systems for all the different things that you can do on these ships is sort of a huge part of that capital ship gameplay, because otherwise you're just releasing a ship which 4 people will be trying to pilot because only 4 people can really do anything, and when you really want a crew of like 50 or something, maybe not that much. I do think they've actually brought crew sizes down, so I'm expecting things like the Idris to work pretty well with like crews of 20, 25 sort of thing, and the Javelin maybe a few more than that, sort of like 30, 35. Do you think that's sort of fair, that it looks like they're trying to bring crew sizes down compared to what they originally had said, or do you think that's just more me just guesstimating?
I don't know. I mean, I think if they are trying to bring crew sizes down, then I don't see why not. That's going to mean that there'll be more of these ships out there with like not requiring as many people to fly them, sort of thing.
Yeah, I do think there's potential for people running Idris with 100 crew if they have Marines and lots of other different types of staff on board, but I'm talking about a central flight crew and then a little bit of other sort of engineering and stuff covered. Just as my current sort of thoughts on that. Talking a bit more about funding for Star Citizen, a lot of people talk about Star Citizen being hugely overscoped and overfunded, and where's the money gone, and sort of at really rough estimates now, it's made sort of like 700 million if you take all revenue sources. Now, that's a lot of money, right, Zin?
Yeah.
But CIG have had to build a studio with that, and they are producing 2 games with that. And as we were talking about earlier as well, GTA 6 has an unofficial budget, what it appears to be, of around 2 billion. So that does include marketing as well. But I think that's a lot more money, right?
Mm.
That's 3 times the amount that Star Citizen currently has used, and that's their estimated budget. Now, Star Citizen hasn't really done much marketing yet, but I would expect its marketing costs to be significantly lower than GTA 6 because it is much more of a niche game, and it's got quite a lot of viral marketing pretty well anyway. But yeah, so I just think that 700 million for Star Citizen doesn't look that much when you're looking at games like GTA 6. Maybe their marketing budget's huge. Maybe it's like 1.5 billion on marketing or something. But just food for thought. More ships in, more ships.
Mm.
So we still got Full Fleet Week. The 23rd, Anvil's coming. So you can things like the Hornets and that sort of jazz. On the 25th, there's a big old bundle of manufacturers. We've got RSI, Tumbrel, Origin, Consolidated Outland, and Argo. We should also see the Lynx there, because RSI's Lynx is drivable in 3.19, and that should be turning up there. That is a luxury version of the Urza Rover, basically. I don't think it's going to be that popular.
No.
I mean, it doesn't really do much. It's high tech. It looks nice. For people that want to drive an Urza Rover, maybe the Lynx is potentially better. I mean, some of its features are that it's quite nice in the back. Yeah, and I don't know. That doesn't suit my playstyle.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool having these manufacturers that sort of specialise in luxury craft and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, we're the ones playing the game, and people don't really care about luxury. It doesn't make a difference. It's merely an aesthetic. You know, we're not sitting there playing the game and our characters are actually more comfortable. You know, it has no gameplay effect.
What if they were? What if they were more comfortable?
What if they were? What if they could get a buff? Comfort buff.
Oh, I'm so comfortable out of getting out of my luxury craft. So there are going to be people that do enjoy that, because obviously aesthetics are important to some people, and they're important. They're important to all of us to a degree. Like, I want to have a base that is in a nice area. Like, I want to be able to step out of my base and go, oh, that's pretty. And role players especially, they're going to be lapping it up in the back of a Lynx, right? And for people that want that more luxury experience, like with the Phoenix, it sort of matches the brand, it all comes together as a nice little package. And it's going to be useful to some people. I mean, it's going to have benefits over the Ezra Rover. It's going to be high tech and might be a bit faster, might have a better shield or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of the Ezra Rover anymore either, I suppose, is what it is. Because I'd rather have like I don't know, ground vehicle wise, a Blister or maybe not a Blister, Centurion, or maybe something just a bit smaller like a Tumble Cyclone or something to drive around. But I mean, it's if you love it, great. If you don't, yeah. We also have the Storms in. Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
So that's the concept single person blitz tank, which looks a bit like the Scorpion from Halo. We've talked about it before.
Oh yeah.
That looks like it's going to be released on the 25th as well. And there might be some other surprises throughout Fleet Week. We've got Drake Defense Con on the 27th, which is all the Drake ships. I love Drake stuff. You can also potentially buy yourself a Kraken or Privateer then. But again, concept, don't know when they're going to be out. And from the 27th onwards, I believe that you can rent all ships from the kiosks at Drake Defense Con, all the ships that were previously at the expo. And then on the 29th onwards is the finale. And I think it's basically the same from the 27th onwards, but maybe at the finale they start to show off FPS gear. I think vaguely last year that's what they did. Are you excited for anything more during Fleet Weeks in? Are you like going, oh, I want to rent some stuff at Drake Defense Con, or are you looking forward to seeing the Lynx in the Storm?
No, I mean, I'm interested to see more about the Storm. I think that'll be interesting. That's
sort of your kind of ground vehicle, is it? Single person blitz tank?
No, but I think it'll be interesting for ground combat. I think it'll.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I'd rather just sit in a turret if possible.
So would I. I'm quite lazy. I like shooting. I don't always like thinking where I'm going. Take me somewhere good. Okay. I do want ground combat in Star Citizen to have a bit more meat to its bones. At the moment, there's very little, although there's a bit more, but there's very little reason to do ground combat and bring ground vehicles, and it's a bit faffy bringing them. But they are sort of, with the sort of like Ghost Hollow PvP mission and Jump Town and stuff like that, they are sort of starting to bring some of this vehicular combat more to the forefront of the game, which is good. I just need a lot more reason to do that, and reasons to not bring ships in. Better turret defenses, environmental hazards, EMPs, things like that. Talking about some 3.19-y type stuff, though, and gameplay that we've been playing recently. Salvaging. So, genuinely think that's great fun. You quite enjoyed the salvage stuff. I know it's pretty chill.
Yeah, it was good.
It's just a nice PvE experience. We are going to be doing some of the larger timed ones, so some of the bigger ships, some sort of fleets of ships that are there, and you've got like half an hour or so to get as much salvage as you can before potentially the cops will turn up.
Are you going to bring your own ship this time?
Yeah, so especially if we're doing the timed ones, we'll need to. Well, I bought a Vulture on one of my other accounts to do salvage, but it hasn't allocated me the ship yet. So that's a little annoying, but I know they were having problems with 3.19 database stuff, so hopefully that's sorted by now, but I'm not sure. We're going to be playing some more 3.19 stuff, and probably after Fleet Week we'll take a better look at the Ghost Hollow mission, some of the mining sort of updates in sort of like real terms. You actually see some gameplay with that. Exploring sand caves to get some rock bugs and some of the new Jalonite. So yeah, look forward to that. We played a little bit of Silica over the weekend, which is like Savage, if you played that sort of blended RTS first-person combat, or Natural Selection 2-ish. I want to play Roots of Patcher at some point when it's back on Steam. Although I think I'll probably buy a key off Steam and then it will probably still work. I sort of removed it from the Steam store because there was the publisher and the developers were having an argument, and it's Steam's policy to remove games, which is annoying. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. Say goodbye, Zin.
Goodbye, Zin.
Hope you guys have a great time at Fleet Week. Make sure you check it out. It is free to play at the moment, Star Citizen, and you can rent all those vehicles and ships for free on the manufacturer days, which change every 48 hours. Check out the channel for more Star Citizen content, and thanks for watching. Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, but give him a NordVPN subscription using nordvpn.com/BoredGamer or the links below, and he'll browse the internet more safely and with greater accessibility for a lifetime, or at least until his subscription ends. He can then shop for his own fish from places like Tesco's, Walmart, or Asda or something. It also makes a fantastic gift. Next time you go to a dinner party or a wedding, bring them a NordVPN subscription. Bam! You'll be the talk of the town, and it's certainly better than bringing a fish. Please remember to like and subscribe, and if you'd like to go further to support the channel, then use that join button under my videos or the Patreon links below. That would be amazing. It goes a long way to helping Zin and I be able to create daily videos, and you'll get some exclusive perks, including some videos, posts, and polls to help guide the channel. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For May, it's for an Origin 400i, the luxury exploration touring ship capable of taking 3 crew to distant stars. It also comes with lifetime insurance and a Star Citizen game package. To be in for a chance of winning that, just comment on any of my videos made during the month. More details down below. Thanks very much for watching. I hope to see you in the verse.